Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm going to invite you. Hold on. Okay. I'm here. Yo. Okay. Let me enter the. I'm here. Yo. Go.
Yeah, hello
So are
everybody.
you, my boy?
This there's something really important I need to tell all of you. Apparently, there's a imposter channel that is actually convincing people that's
Hold on.
me.
I'll just type it in the chat.
And anyway, this channel is from 2020, but it has convinced a couple people that it's actually me. But it's an imposter channel. I discovered it last night, during my last day
On my way.
which was the last day of my
On my way.
vacation,
Here we go.
and the YouTube channel, this imposter channel is from 2020, and apparently Franco McCoy actually thinks that's actually me, but it's not me. Remember, everybody, there's this imposter channel couldn't possibly be me because of YouTube's newer rules and guidelines, everybody. Because of their newer rules and guidelines that they've been adding these last few years, uh, if your channel gets terminated but it doesn't get reinstated, your channel is permanently gone forever, and they will never ever let you create a new YouTube channel. If you try to create a new YouTube channel, they will they will remove it immediately. It Yes. So all of you who actually fell for this imposter's who actually fell for this imposter's trick and actually thought that this imposter was me, shame on you, because remember, everybody, my
Yeah.
YouTube channel was still on YouTube in 2020. My channel wasn't terminated until 2022. And remember, everybody, I started making content in 2015. So obviously,
That ain't count.
this is an imposter channel. And also, a couple of the videos on this imposter's channel were actually
From my channel.
old videos from my channel,
Some of them
including
are from mine.
the video of where toxic people were forcing me to play Wii Sports. That video of me playing Wii Sports that I was being forced to. I had that video. Um, I had that video put it as private on my channel because I was now after I uploaded it cut as it was because I didn't want to look at it. Because it caused me enough anger. So and also one of the videos on this imposter's channel was that happens to be a video that I did not that long ago that was uploaded to Randy's YouTube channel. So, and also another video on this imposter's channel happens to be from one of the first YouNow live streams that Randy and I did together in 2018, which was never on my YouTube channel to begin with.
Nope.
Because so
I had that one stricken from the server when I had your account taken away.
So
remember,
all of you who actually thought that this channel was an actual channel that I created, I'm sorry, but you were all wrong and you were all tricked by an imposter.
Yep.
This imposter tricked you and you fell for it.
Yep.
And so did Franco McCoy. Franco McCoy, I'm sorry, but you fell for an imposter's trick. An imposter tricked you and you actually thought it was me.
Yep, but it wasn't him.
We told you, and Frank McCoy, Ray and I have told you many times that before that YouTube will never let me create another YouTube channel. So the fact that you felt that you thought this was actually me, the fact that you thought this imposter was actually me, that makes me wonder if you even listen to a word we say when we tell you that that YouTube will never let me create a new YouTube channel. Like, Franco McCoy, do you even listen to us when we try telling you this?
I tried. I typed it in the community post.
So, but Ray and I, this live stream wasn't planned actually. It was just a last minute thing because
I didn't want people to
but we weren't sure if we would even be able to do this live stream though because Randy wasn't but Randy was supposed to be wait until like a month or so from now before they let him do it anymore live streams on here.
I got lucky.
But apparently we got lucky. But I really need to let all of you know that was an imposter and that wasn't me. And in fact, if for those of you who don't know what this imposter's channel, I will find it and put it in put the link in the chat so all of you can go report it.
Yep.
The one sec.
Yeah, because that video you did in your room, we transferred that to my channel as soon as we got it up and running. That's how I know it's a fake. That's that crazy. I mean, that's how I know it's a fake. Because those channels, those videos, some of them are from my channel. Some of them are content you made that I uploaded.
Yeah.
And see, we don't want nobody to be fooled or anything.
Yeah, no, yeah. In fact, a couple people were already fooled by this imposter. this imposter actually went to the trouble of actually making themselves seem like they were actually me. So all of you,
using content from my channel to make it seem like it's yours.
yeah, remember, since my content is uploaded to Randy's channel nowadays, that means it's copyrighted. That means it becomes his channel's property. Yeah, and copyrighted through YouTube. So this imposter was also breaking the copyright laws by doing this too.
Yep. Not even he even by soliciting people through cyberspace. That's well, pandering. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Pandering. Because actually, and he's doing it under your name, so that's identity theft.
Okay, everybody, I put the link to the imposter's YouTube channel in the chat just now. So all of you can actually go and report him for impersonation. Ray and I both already reported him already. I reported him last night while I was messaging Ray about
and I did it this
him.
morning.
I had to report him without an account. And yeah, because even though I don't have a YouTube channel anymore or account, I'm still able to comment on YouTube videos somehow.
Yeah.
And so I'm still able to report him. So I had to go into the comments section of two of this imposter's videos and basically leave a comment letting people know that I'm the real Colin Reisner and that he's an imposter. Yeah, and
the one he got of you in your room, that's from my channel too. That's the one I downloaded.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, I was in Leavenworth for a whole week, and I just got home today. But the last 2 days, we spent our last 2 days in Lake Chelan, though. We just got home. We just got home a little while ago at 1 something in the afternoon. And anyway,
this faker.
Yeah.
I can't get over this. He's such a faker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube and once YouTube actually checks their records on my channel, they'll see that my channel was indeed terminated and that this is obviously an imposter because when it's happened, his channel will definitely be removed because of their newer guidelines and rules that prevent me from creating a new YouTube channel. So Franco McCoy, if you're seeing this, Franco McCoy, you were fooled by an imposter. And Franco McCoy, if you would have looked at when the channel was created, which was 2020, you would have realized that it was an imposter channel because My channel was because my YouTube channel was still on YouTube and still viewable in 2020. My
if
channel
you
wasn't terminated until 2022, and so
if you were to look,
obviously this person, this imposter, is an idiot because they created the channel in 2020, and then now they're making it seem like it was like a newer channel, like it's a newer channel, even though it's not.
because I checked, it's not. It's like it's a new channel, but it's not your channel.
Yeah, my
That's the thing.
channel was still on YouTube in 2020, and so there would have been no need for me to have created this channel, which is this channel that's from 2020. So obviously, if you would figure that out, everybody, in 2020 there would have been no need for me to create a whole other channel because my channel was still on YouTube and still viewable. And in fact, yeah.
If you was to look at the timestamp on the first video, that would have told you.
So all of you,
Because that's a video from my channel.
yeah, and
First one.
all of you should have, and all of you who thought that who were fooled by this imposter should have you should have known that it was an imposter channel to begin with, because Ray and I have told you on many occasions that YouTube's newer rules prevent me from creating any new YouTube channel.
And if you don't see me, if you don't see him, if you don't see me, you won't see him.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Yeah, so you can, because the only way for you to see content from me is to watch channel, is to go to Randy's YouTube channel. So, and imposter, if you're watching this right now, imposter, you're pathetic. Because you're pathetic if you thought you could get away with impersonating me. Because
You basically screwed yourself, dude.
yeah, because you create a channel that in 2020, and then you changed the bio and the channel description to make it seem like it was it was a new channel that was created recently, and then you started trying to convince people that you were me, but you
And I know you
forgot
wasn't.
one little thing, which was
Me.
when you created the channel. My channel, because you created your channel in 2020, a year, which happens to be a year when my YouTube channel was still viewable and was still on YouTube.
And you forgot another variable. Me.
Yeah, and you forgot the huge variable, which is my
Me.
friend Randy here. He
And I remember
yeah,
when all his videos were made.
yeah, he remembers when every single one of my videos were made and uploaded. So
Yes, I do.
yeah, so you
So you,
forgot that you forgot that he's here. Yeah, that you were here.
yes, I saw the channel, and I know it's a fake.
Yeah,
You
yeah. So
screwed your dude, because I knew you weren't cop the second I locked onto the channel.
and after I reported your YouTube channel, you imposter. Right after I reported your imposter channel,
I
I also
reported it.
emailed. I also went and emailed YouTube and to let them know what you have done. And I told them, and I let them know that I was the real Colin Risner, that you were an imposter. And I
So,
even, and in the email, I included a screenshot that I took of the comments that I left in two of your videos, so they could use it as evidence against you.
so basically, dude, you're screwed.
Yeah, and even though my channel was wrongfully terminated in 2022, YouTube still has records of my channel being terminated. So
And they
you
also have
so,
records of him being on this channel.
yeah, and they have records of me being on Brain's channel. So basically, you basically screwed yourself. You basically ruined things for yourself. Man,
Congratulations.
you
Whatever.
got to be one of the dumbest imposters I've encountered. And I've encountered a
Congratulations.
ton of imposters on YouTube. You got to be the
Congratulations.
dumbest one because you like.
Congratulations. You're a real top rock.
Congratulations, and you probably didn't expect that I would to stumble upon your YouTube channel while I was on vacation. Did you? You didn't
And you
expect
didn't
that, huh?
and you didn't think I'd know when you went online, did you?
Yeah,
Surprise.
and that's why when I discovered your imposter channel, you imposter, I immediately took screenshots of it and messaged Randy about your imposter your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even know when you went online, partner. So you're done.
So
You're done.
yeah, you imposters are pathetic because you think that no longer just because I no longer have a YouTube channel, that means you can go and impersonate me all you want on YouTube. But guess what?
I got
You're all dumb and idiots for thinking that
I got
I because I can still because Ray and I can still find ways to ruin your life.
you
So,
may
so you
come.
tried to impersonate me. I ruin your life.
That's right. You screwed
I
yourself, buddy. Yeah.
am like yeah. You impersonate me. Yeah.
You just messed yourself up, boy. Now get your fat butt over here.
Yeah. Yeah. All of you imposters out there, don't mess with me and don't test me because I will find ways to ruin your day and your lives because
Just remember, anything you do, I'll see.
yeah, every single thing you do, Randy will see. A lot of you forget that Randy a lot of you forget about Randy when we do this kind of stuff. But guess what? Because of that, because of you forgetting about him, your plans backfire.
Because I'm sitting right on your shoulder the second you do it. I'm sitting right on
Yeah,
your shoulder the
Randy.
second you do
Yes,
it.
and since I emailed YouTube last night about you imposter, uh, you're gonna be now in a lot of trouble with YouTube. Yeah, once they look at their records about my YouTube channel,
You
being
may
terminated.
you may face federal charges for identity theft too.
Yeah, because you're committing identity theft as well, which is a
That's a
huge
crime.
violation of
That's
YouTube's
a
rules and
crime.
guidelines, and of course, and is also against the law.
Yep. It's a federal crime.
Yeah, but anyway, everybody, for those of you who don't know what Leavenworth is this small touristy town in Washington State, but it's made to look like an old Bavarian village. And it's like this big touristy thing that's been around for years, for decades. And it started out as an old mining town, but then they noticed all the mountains around, and that the mountains look like mountains that you would see in Bavaria or Germany. And it gave them an idea to make it to turn it into a touristy town, a touristy thing that looks like an old Bavarian village, and it's full of tons of shops and restaurants and stuff. But in every single building in Leavenworth looks like an old Bavarian, looks like an old German building on the outside, including including all of their fast food restaurants like Subway and McDonald's and all that. And Leavenworth actually has the Nutcracker Museum, which has the largest collection of nutcrackers in the world. Yeah, and I mean in the world. It's literally like the biggest collection ever. And they and I got I got this when I was in Leavenworth a couple of days ago at the comic book shop, which is called Leavenworth Krampus Cave. The Krampus Cave. The Krampus Cave is actually sort of like a small indoor mall, sort of kind of thing. It's has different. It's made up of different shops. Some that are upstairs, and some that are down. Some that are downstairs, some that are upstairs. And uh, one of the stores there is this comic book store called Krampus Cave. And for those and and if you remember.
No.
Sorry about that. Don't know
Yeah.
what
Sorry
happened
about
just now.
that.
But as I was saying, if for those of you who remember that Dark Knight Return, that collector's edition, Dark Knight Returns
Yeah.
set that I bought when I was in Leavenworth celebrating my 25th birthday, which is this. I actually bought this at the Krampus Cave comic book store in Leavenworth, and it was literally the last one they had. It was just sitting by itself on a shelf, by itself, and this collector's edition is extremely sought after by comic book fans, and so which makes it really hard to get your hands on it. And yeah, so yeah, and I was just lucky to find one because they used to when I was a kid. I used to see this exact one for sale at Barnes and Nobles in the mall that I shop at when I was a kid. That I shop at, but this was when I was a kid. But then out of nowhere, a few years later, they stopped selling it, and I could never find it anywhere. But so yeah, it's that hard to find, and it's literally. And everyone knows that Frank Miller's A Dark Knight Returns is literally one of the best Batman stories in the comic book history, because it made Batman a dark character again. Yeah. Remember, everybody, for a long time, before Frank Miller released the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel series, Batman was a was a was a was a family friendly character for a long time. For those of you who are not massive comic book fans like Randy and I, when Batman was first created in the 1930s, he was a dark character and actually killed people in brutal ways. But then a few years later, they parents and moms and dads started finding Batman that started thinking that Batman was too dark for kids and that he was too violent and started protesting. So DC Comics made Batman a more kid-friendly character. And one of the things they did to make him more family-friendly was introduce Robin the Boy Wonder and also make him more family-friendly and stuff.
Yeah.
And this also led to the 60s Batman TV series starring Adam West and Burt Ward. And for those who don't know, some of the stuff that's in the 60s Batman TV series, like Batman and Robin being undercover, deputized police officers, that was actually taken from the two black and white 1940s Batman movie serials that were created by Columbia Pictures.
They weren't actually policemen in the.
Yeah. Anyway, they weren't actually policemen in the 60s TV series. They were deputized by the Gotham City Police Force. But in the movie serials, they were actually secret government agents.
Had to restart it again. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but what you were saying, Randy, before I cut you off.
I said they weren't undercover guys in like the 1940s. You got to remember it was wartime, and they also billed Batman and Robin as secret CIA agents.
Yeah, in the two movie serials, Batman and Robin were secret CIA agents, and some of the stuff that's in the two movie serials were actually brought into the 60s Batman TV series, and and the first Batman movie serial was actually the first time that Batman actually had the Batcave. Before this, the Batcave wasn't even a thing at all. There was no Batcave in the Batman comic books. And so the first Batman movie serial actually introduced the Batcave, and it became a popular, and it was introduced in the comic books after that. And they yeah. And here's a little fun fact for you about the Batman and the 60s Batman TV series. Two different sets of actors auditioned for the roles of Batman and Robin. And one of the two actors who auditioned for Batman happened to be the actor who plays Wonder Woman's love interest, Steve Trevor, in
Lyle
the
Wagner.
Wonder Woman TV series from the 70s.
That was like Lyle Wagner, wasn't it?
Yeah, and uh, in the bat suit that he auditioned in actually looked a lot like the movie serial, like the bat suits from the two bat suits that were from the two Batman movie serials. In fact, even the cowl actually had the long bat ears, but and it even had the same bat logo that was from the two movie serials. But when Adam Weissman was officially cast, they decided to make the suit look more like the current bat suit from the comics that at the time. So they made a last minute change to the cowl and to the bat symbol on the front of the chest part of the suit. Yeah. So they made the bat ears on the cowl shorter, and they made they made the bat symbol on his chest look more like like what it looked like in the comics at the time, which was a bat in the middle of a yellow colored oval.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I had to do something right quick, but I'm just gonna say, um, for my friend Roxy, get well soon. Yeah, get well soon. Yeah, Roxy hurt herself.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, what happened?
she fell and she broke her foot. And, you know,
Oh,
and I want everybody to pray for her and give her good vibes. You know,
I actually know how that. I actually know how that feels. Actually,
me
when I was
too.
3 years
Trust
old,
me.
everybody. When I was 3 years old, everybody. I actually had I actually had a hairline fracture on my foot. Yeah.
Trust me.
You see,
I mean,
one day, long years ago, when I was 3, my cousin Kayla and I were playing on a bunk bed that was in my bedroom, and and anyway, we were both jumping off the top bunk, messing around, and she, I jumped off, but right when I jumped off, she jumped off, and then basically landed on me and gave me a hairline fracture in my foot. And because of this, I was in lots of pain, crying, screaming. I couldn't get off. I could not get up off the ground. And my grandma came to my room wondering why I was crying. And she said she was asking me to get up, but then she realized I couldn't get up. Yeah. And
yeah.
I had to wear a white bandaged cast
Hey,
on my foot for a while before my foot was healed.
all I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, yeah, everybody should pray for Roxy because she fell, she hurt her foot, and she was feeling like really down and stuff. So
And
I think you guys
anyway,
should.
yeah, yeah, and anyway, yeah. So, and my mom actually has some old pictures of me from when I was 3 that actually show me wearing the bandaged cast on my foot. But back in those days, I had blonde hair. Yeah, my hair wasn't always this color, Maple. When I was extremely young, my hair was actually bleach blonde color, and but my hair got darker as I got older and became this color.
Oh, new
Yeah, so it's
subscriber.
a
Thank
picture of
you
me
very
with blonde
much.
hair.
Yeah.
And anyway, this comic, this book that I got when I was in Leavenworth, is literally it's called The Silver Age, Batman, World's Finest Superman, Omnibus Volume 1. It's a huge collection of the early Batman and Superman team up adventures that happened in the comics.
But
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
went and yeah, these were the ones that ended up being referred to as the world's finest.
yeah.
And if I remember correctly, the the first time that they teamed up was actually they didn't start out as friends when they first met. In fact, when they first met, they were both fighting over Lois Lane. And but she ended up getting kidnapped by someone, and they ended up having to put aside their differences and team up with each other. And by doing so, they realized that they actually worked really well together, and that they ended up becoming friends. And I remember this storyline actually ended up being the basis for an episode of Superman the animated series, which actually crossed over the with Batman the animated series, which was it was an episode where Bruce Wayne comes to Metropolis for something, and of course he, just like in the comic book, he and Superman are fighting over Lois Lane. Yeah,
Weird, huh?
yeah, and this this comic book, this specific Superman comic book was was actually titled Superman 57.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like this here.
Yeah, it was
They
called.
can. I'm saying they could. Whoever's doing this can never impersonate us. I mean, that's just it. No, no comparison at all. And you can keep the open in the bucket because you might need something to cry in when you get in trouble.
Anyway, yeah, yeah, and yeah, but this is only volume one. But yeah, yeah, the comic was called Superman 76, and it was released to May, somewhere in between May and June in 1952. Yeah, and it wasn't until um yeah, it wasn't until Superman issue 2025 that they it wasn't until Superman 71 that they started titling their adventures World's Finest. Superman 71 was the first one to be called World's Finest. Yeah,
That's almost like I was like, come on. But this channel right here, this is the real McCoy right here. You know, here's this. I mean, don't go around. Don't settle for fake or plastic.
and here's something, and one of these, and guess what? one of these early Superman comics that Batman was in actually reveals that when Batman was a kid, he happened to be in Metropolis one day, and this was when Superman was Superboy. Everybody, and apparently when apparently Bruce Wayne actually figured out Superman's secret identity when he was a kid on this day. Yeah, apparently Bruce Wayne was a kid, and he he was in Smallville actually at the time, and Superman was actually working at a bicycle shop actually, and Bruce Wayne was at the bicycle shop buying a new tire for his bike. And apparently in this story, but then they go into present day where they're adults, and Superman has gone missing, and Lois Lane enlists the help of Batman and Robin because they're pretty much the only ones who can solve the mystery and find where Superman has gone, because Batman is like the world's greatest detective, and so obviously he'd be her only hope to find Superman. Yeah. Isn't that crazy though, Rain? That Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
figured out about Superman when he was just a kid. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, Superman wasn't always called Superman. Originally, he was called Superboy because when in the original Superman comics, uh, they when he was a kid, he was already using his powers to save people and to be a hero. And he and of course Lon Lane was his love interest in these days because he didn't meet Lois Lane until his adult years. Anyway, yeah, he went by the name Superboy, and but this this part of his life has never been actually shown on screen before. It has never been uh depicted in movies in live action ever. Still, like every live action Superman always shows him like growing up and becoming Superman, including the first Superman movie, which starred Christopher Reeve as Superman. Like they, but in the comics, he when he already knew about his powers when he was a kid and was using them to fight crime as Superboy. And everybody, there's a reason why if you there's a reason why you have never seen the two Batman movie serials on any streaming site. And this reason is because they were since they were both created by Columbia Pictures back in the 40s, Warner Brothers sadly does not own the movie rights to them. So because of this, you can only find them on DVD. You can only find them on DVD, people. Doesn't that suck, Randy? Still there, Randy? Yeah, you still there, Rain? Remember, everybody, if you're one of those few people who were fooled by that imposter, just know that you should have known better. But anyway, so Columbia Pictures still owns the rights of to those two Batman movie serials. And it is also one of the reasons why they and this is why one of the reasons why they were not included as one of the different Earths from the multiverse in the Flash movie. You still there, Rain?
Okay, let's do this. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Had a little problem with this.
It dropped me,
Sorry
Ray.
about that. I know I had a little problem with it.
Anyway, as I was saying, uh, yeah, for those who don't know, Warner Bros. Sadly doesn't own the movie rights of the two Batman movie serials from the 1940s because the movie serials were actually created by Columbia Pictures. So because of this, so many people have forgotten that there even was two Batman movie serials.
Yep.
And
Actually.
and if you remember that scene from the Flash movie where it shows the different Earths out there, they include the Earth that the George Reeves Superman is on, and also the '60s Batman. You know that you would notice that the two Batman the that the Batman the two Batmans from the two movie serials are not featured because there's so many because obviously Warner Bros. Has also forgotten about the two movie serials. And and sadly you can't find the Batman movie serials uh on most streaming websites. I mean you can find them on Tubi, but that's about it. Yeah, you can only find them on Tubi. I noticed. Just because they're you can only find them on DVD. But luckily, I have both of them.
Yep.
But anyway, Batman. Yeah, like I said, Batman started out as a dark character, and then when he was created in the 1930s, and killed people in brutal ways. But of course, parents and families felt that Batman was too dark and violent for children. So they made him family friendly by introducing Robin the Boy Wonder and also introducing Batman's killed anybody's do where you know where he doesn't kill people. And this also led to the creation of the '60s Batman TV series. And for those of you who don't know, the '60s Batman TV series was actually created by 20th Century Fox. So, and because of the, and 20 and, that, and of course, since 20th Century Fox is now owned by Disney, that means Disney owns the rights, the copyrights on that's the copyright of the '60s Batman TV series. Isn't that crazy, Ray?
That is crazy.
Yeah, just all because the '60s Batman TV series was created by 20th Century Fox. And remember, everybody, this was long, and I mean long before 20th Century Fox even thought about doing X-Men movies. You know,
Long
and
before.
yeah, so, but remember, everybody, don't forget to report that imposter, everybody. It's important that he gets removed from YouTube because he's committing identity fraud with his channel,
Yes.
and he actually fooled some people into thinking that he was me.
Remember, boys
Well,
and girls, if you don't see me, that's not the real Colin Rice.
yeah, and he had the nerve to use an old picture of me from when I was a little bit younger as the channel's profile picture.
Which was also a video that we did together.
Yeah, so obvious that, and all of you should know by now what my logo is. RH Studios with the Red Hood helmet. It would, yeah. No channel of mine would ever feature a picture of my face as its profile picture. No, yeah. And also, people who use their face as their YouTube channel's profile picture are not smart because, um, especially when toxic people are harassing them and stuff. My channel, yeah. So, yeah, remember, everybody, there are a lot of imposters on the internet who like to impersonate me, and they're on multiple different websites and social media platforms, including Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and even Tumblr, and of course YouTube. And they think that they can get away with impersonating me just because I no longer have a YouTube channel. They think that since I don't have a YouTube channel anymore, I can't stop them from impersonating me. But guess what, Evil? There's always a way to stop an imposter.
Yep. And that's
Yep.
always a way. Because the imposter didn't count on certain things. I mean,
Yeah, like this imposter forgot that forgot about Randy, and And the imposter actually thought they could get away with impersonating me. They forgot that I'm still able to watch stuff on YouTube without an account, without an official account. Just like everybody else can. And guess and
I mean, this guy, he actually had the nerve to literally use a picture that was from a video that me and Colin both did.
yeah, one of our You Now live streams from 2018. Yeah, and yeah, everybody, yeah,
And thought that I wouldn't notice. Right.
he
Think
thought that
again.
I wouldn't know. He thought that I wouldn't notice either, but I
Think.
did, and I'm not happy about it.
Nope.
Because that's basically that's technically stealing.
It is at that.
It's just like what that Little Caesars Pizza dude did. Remember with that Photoshop picture of me?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. For
I was
those of you
in.
who don't know, when I was still on YouTube in 2021, when I was still dating my ex, Ray and I were constantly encountering this this toxic person who called Little Caesars Pizza, who was always making fun of my ex's seizures, and uh, well, and one of the things he did to cause problems was he went into the he went onto my Facebook page, found a picture found a picture that I took of myself at my gym one day, and photoshopped it and by adding a chef's hat to my head and a pizza to my hand. And in the picture, I'm shirtless in the picture, by the way. And he used this photoshopped picture as his YouTube channel's profile picture. And also when created a fake website under my name called ColinRisenauer.com. And every time you clicked on the website, you would take you to this link that, and if you clicked on the link, it would take you to just a collection of hate videos about my ex and me. And he was always trying to make it seem like I was the like I was his YouTube channel's mascot.
But then you weren't.
I wasn't.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, so and by the way, everybody, he was actually one of the many members of that cyberbullying uh group called Nitro.
Yep.
I was a
That's
big
true.
I was a huge target of theirs, everybody. But just because their leader who went by the username Soviet on YouTube uh sent them after me. But remember, everybody, Ray and I already encountered Soviet in 2018 on YouNow in the chat part of one of our live streams we were doing. Except he was using the username Profit on YouNow. But we knew he was the same guy because the his YouTube channel's profile picture is the exact same picture that he used as his YouNow as his YouNow as his profile picture on YouNow. Yeah, it was just a generic picture of the pyramid with the third eye. But every time we confronted him about about like about what he did on you now, he would always act dumb and say, "What's you now? What's that?" Remember that, Ray?
Yeah, I remember it well.
He would always do that. But you and I both know it was him because his profile picture was the exact same one he used for you now.
Then he had the nerve. Then he had the nerve to say, how he say that? Oh, after I found out who he was in real life, right? He says to me on Facebook, "I meant no harm. I was only playing around." You
Yeah,
know,
if he meant no harm,
um,
why the hell would he send a whole army of cyberbullies after me and make me the a big target, make me their one of their main targets?
and then on top of that, on top of that, this guy actually chose to after he did that, he came on you now. He says I didn't mean any harm. We should all come and we should all talk about it, and we tried to do that actually, you know,
Yeah,
but it didn't work.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. He just yeah. If he meant no harm, he wouldn't have sent those. He wouldn't have sent his cyberbullying group called Nitro after me. They would have made me their number one target.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was always doing something.
yeah. But anyway, remember everybody, click on the link to the imposter's channel and report him as soon as possible.
Yep.
Report him for impersonation because yeah, he thinks
Like,
he can get away with impersonating me just because I don't have a YouTube channel anymore. And Franco McCoy, I still can't believe that you actually fell for what he did. Felt that he actually got fooled, but he actually fooled you into thinking that he was me.
I mean, this is a guy who,
Who knows? But we don't know if he is a guy. Maybe it's a girl impersonating you. Who we don't know. Yeah, you just never know with these imposters.
I know. What I want to know is why. That's, that's what I want to know. I mean, that's what I want to know. I want to know why. Why were they coming
Yeah.
after you? Why were they
Yes.
coming
So
after you?
what?
I want to know why were they coming after you. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
it,
Cause like they before Soviet came along and started sending them after me, my channel had no hate at all.
I
Yes,
know.
like I had no haters on YouTube. There were no people giving
And then,
no one was giving my channel any hate on YouTube until 2020.
but then what happened?
Yeah, yeah. So and everybody, before we forget, you want to see what the very first collector's item I've ever had? Everybody, it's it was actually something that was given to me by my grandma when I was just a little kid. It's this Joker action figure from Hasbro. It's never been open, but for years it sat up in the closet in what used to be my bedroom. Yeah, yeah. This room that I'm standing in right now wasn't always my bedroom. This this was once my stepsister Kirsten's bedroom. Yeah, when she lived here, this was her bedroom, and my bedroom used to be the room that's actually right next to it. And yeah, and if you look at some areas of the ceiling in this room, you'll notice what appears to be flower like paint like flowers that were carved in some spots on the ceiling. That was actually something that my stepdad did.
Yeah.
That was something my stepdad did for her when she was living here. And but of course they're still on my ceiling, but they're just painted over. They're just painted white, just like the rest of my ceiling. Yeah, in fact, if I remember correctly, her bed was actually used to be right in this spot, going straight this way, going straight this way. Everybody, yeah, and but when she moved out, I took I when it when I took when she moved out when she moved out and moved to California, I took over her room. Nowadays, she lives in Taft, California, which is a small mining town part of California. It's a small mining town, like oil drill town in California. You know how you know those areas in California where you see those giant oil rigs and stuff. Taft, California. Taft is a small town that's part of that area. Yeah, but that's where Dean. That's where my stepdad Dean is originally from. Was originally from.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and yeah, that's where my stepsister and her husband and her two kids live. Not live. Um, yeah, and like anyway, during my Leavenworth trip that I just got back from today, I actually I took a lot of pictures and sent them to Randy. And guess what his reaction was when I started sending him pictures? He's like, he told me he told me that he was like, "What planet are you on?"
Well, I
Because
had.
Leavenworth is
Yeah,
literally made
man.
to look like an old Bavarian German
Yeah,
village.
that's what I thought, but I was like, "What planet are you on, dude?"
Yeah, because and Randy has never been to Leavenworth, and neither has his wife. But I think it would be a great place for Randy and his wife to go to on vacation. Like the next time they go on vacation, because I think Randy would love it. Everybody, and so would his wife, because it's a really cool, beautiful place, and it's actually
Oh,
and it's actually uh
thank you, Blue Toad, for subscribing to my channel. Thank
and it's
you very much, man.
actually in Leavenworth is actually labeled and ranked as the number one most Christmassy and most Christmas festive towns in the United States of America.
Yeah.
Number one. Guess what's ranked as number two? New York City, New York. New York City is labeled as number two.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, during Christmas time, all the buildings in Leavenworth are all decked out in Christmas lights. It's all Christmas lights galore, and it looks
Guess what?
very beautiful there.
Guess what they're gonna do on Halloween, Colin?
What?
They're gonna light the bat signal up on top of our police headquarters. They're gonna light it
Well,
up. Yeah, they're
yeah,
gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
Yeah,
You're gonna see a lot of people driving around looking like
and
Batman and
everybody,
Robin around. Yeah,
like the you know what? The one of the things that sucks about the '60s Batman TV series, everybody, is the fact that when it came time to do the Batman Forever and Batman and Robin movies in the late '90s, they decided to make both of them more in line with the '60s Batman TV series in tone, more family friendly, more campy. And because of this, Tim Burton and Michael Keaton both walked away from Batman Forever. Yeah, Tim Burton. Remember, everybody, when Tim Burton didn't even want to direct Batman Returns, and but he only agreed to direct the movie on one condition, which was that they would give him full reign to do whatever he wanted with the movie. And
that's if Michael Keaton came back as Batman.
and but when Michael Keaton heard what they were going to do with Batman Forever, he was like, "Nope, I'm out of here," because they decided to they decided to get rid of Tim Burton and bring in director Joe Schumacher, and made a ton of changes to Tim Burton's original script that Tim Burton wrote for Batman Forever. But yeah, Tim Burton, even though Tim Burton left and Michael Keaton also left, Tim Burton on as executive producer. And but the sad thing is when George Clooney was cast as Batman, he sadly had to work with what they were giving him, which was a whole camp and what they gave him for Batman and Robin was this was very campy and stuff, and they wanted his Bruce Wayne to be more a lot like Adam West Bruce Wayne and stuff, and because of this, he was to end up being a terrible version of Batman. And if they would have given him better material to work with, he probably would have given a better performance as the character. That probably would have been more in line with the Michael Keaton Batman. And guess what? When they were doing Batman and Robin, they actually had plans for another Batman movie that was gonna come that was gonna be made after Batman and Robin, which was gonna be called Batman Triumphant, which was gonna have Coolio as the Scarecrow, and also have see the return of Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
The ultimate Joker.
But sadly, Batman and Robin did so badly in theaters that the idea for the next movie was scrapped. And they even had plans for a spin-off Robin movie, which was going to have Chris O'Donnell become Nightwing. But that was sadly scrapped too. And sadly, Batman and Robin ruined Chris O'Donnell's movie career and made him and reduced him to just doing TV shows. That's why you don't see him in movies at all anymore.
I mean, you saw him in like one other movie other than Batman, and that was The Three Musketeers by Disney.
Yeah, and when he was cast as Dick Grayson, Robin, and for Batman Forever, everybody, he had they only casted him because of a movie that he did previously, which was where he did some athletic stuff, and they felt that he would be able to do a lot of Robin's athletic stuff.
Like when he did Like when he did that swinging somersault and caught Batman's hand. That was nice.
Yeah,
That was right. That was right out of the comic book, though.
yeah, but I just don't like how they had his Dick Grayson portrayed. His version of Dick Grayson was basically just a guy who liked fame and wanted to get laid and fix motorcycles, and which was not what Dick Grayson is, and that's not what Dick Grayson is.
Dick Grayson was the kind of person that Dick Grayson from the '60s series was the kind of guy that if you were in trouble and he came along, he would help. He'd help. You know, Dick Grayson
Yep,
was the kind of guy
I'll
that.
be right back, everybody. I just go feed my dogs real quick. But remember, everybody, I need all of you to
I
report
need all.
that imposter as
Yeah,
soon as possible.
yeah. I need all of you
I
guys to
mean, as
report
soon as
that.
possible or
Yeah,
immediately, because
immediately.
he
Because
does not. Because what he is doing is basically identity fraud, identity theft,
and it's not right either.
and it's
It's
not
not.
right. I mean, and it sucks that he actually fooled some people. That some people were actually fooled by him. But I need all of you to click on that link that I put in the chat and report his
Yeah, I
channel.
can't. I mean, I can't see it, but I mean, it's not in the chat exactly.
That's weird because I did put it in the chat.
Oh, you did? Because I can't see it. You must have put it in a private chat. Because that's where you put it.
I think that's where I put it because I'm not able
No,
to comment in the comment
don't,
part section.
don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Actually, you should be able to comment in the comment part.
It doesn't. It doesn't let me rank. It said I have to, every time I try to do that, it said I'd have an account.
That's crap. But that's okay, though. Because you know what? You know what? How about if I go to that? How about if I go to that channel after this broadcast is over, right? And I not only well, I'm gonna actually well, you'll see in a minute. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's wrong for people to do that, but that's what they do. I'm just going to tell you that certain things aren't right, and those things are identity theft, and assuming someone else's identity is just wrong. Okay, it's just wrong. So that's how it is. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's wrong to do it, but that's what people do. They assume other people's identities and they make a mockery of what they try to do. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not right. It's not fair. But that's how it is. I mean, that's how it is. So, what I need you to do, if you have Instagram, or if you have, well, if you have Instagram, I'm gonna post a channel on Instagram, and you know, if you find it, you can. If you find it, you can report it. Because it's not right what they're doing. Colin doesn't have a channel, and he should not be persecuted, and his work shouldn't be stolen. You know. And when he uploads his channel, he uploads his content. Yeah, now I'm gonna tell you, it's still his content, still his work. I'm just posting it. You know.
Anyway, I'm getting back, everybody. I also had to get my dinner, too.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I had to feed my two dogs. While my parents and I were in Leavenworth, on our our two dogs, Trixie and Bella were actually staying at my aunt Danielle's house in Pasco. Yeah, my aunt Danielle lives with her boyfriend Andrew now. Anyway, yeah, but guess what? His dog Ukiah sadly passed away.
Oh,
His dog Ukiah was an elderly dog and had suffered from a lot of health problems, and he sadly had to be put down recently, and yeah,
so I'm gonna tell you point blank. What they're doing, what this person is doing, is not right. Because Colin doesn't deserve to have his work stolen by
yeah,
anybody.
yeah, and
And
I've
and
dealt
that.
with my fair share of imposters, everybody.
eh,
And remember, everybody, imposters are just losers who who think that they can get away with impersonating other people.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, his work shouldn't be stolen. His work is still his work. It's just that I'm posting it. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
And whenever
yeah. Even though
his
it's
work,
on Randy's channel, it's still my content,
but
and I don't. And
his
I
work
don't deserve to have my content stolen from
stolen.
me and used by some loser imposter. Okay.
But this is the thing. His work is still his. But it's posted on my channel. But
Yeah, and
make no mistake. Once it is posted, it's also copywritten by Meta, and it also becomes the property ipso facto of this channel.
yep, and also becomes copyrighted by YouTube as well.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Yeah,
Ratner.
and just like any other kind of content on the internet,
It's copyright.
if someone's content, like even copyrighted music, is stolen and used by someone, that is still break, is still breaking copyright laws, which is illegal.
So Franco McCoy, buddy, yeah, it's me. But this is it. If you don't see Colin, if you don't see me, you won't see Colin. That's not Colin's channel.
Yeah, that channel
So
you were fooled. Franco McCoy, you were sadly fooled by an imposter.
If you don't see that bronze angel right next to Colin, then it's not the right channel.
Yeah, and if you don't see, and nowadays I include the Red Hood, my logo as a thumbnail on my videos. So Frank McCoy, if you don't see that thumbnail, it's not really one of my videos.
But the
So,
videos on that channel do belong to Colin, but they were posted on this channel.
but one of them, the one that has me playing the Wii, that was actually from my channel.
Yep,
Though
that was
Frank
from his
McCoy,
channel.
and it
Yes.
was one that I actually I put as private on my channel because it was actually in a live stream that I did one day where Toxic people were forcing me to play Wii Sports. And if I remember correctly, Frank McCoy, you were actually watching my channel at that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you were there. So yeah. So yeah. So some of you were fooled by this imposter.
Yeah. And
It's not a good
don't.
thing. It's not a good thing at all. My
Yeah.
content does not.
I
I don't
mean.
deserve to have my
I mean.
content stolen and used by some
I mean.
imposter.
I'm not stealing it. I'm not even using it. I'm just airing it. That's just it.
Yeah, yeah. There's a difference between what this imposter is doing and what Randy does with my content. What Randy does with my content is just Randy uploading my content for me onto his channel as a favor. Because he and I basically share his channel nowadays. Yeah. Remember, everybody, it's not like I took over Randy's YouTube channel. It's not like that at all.
I
He and
mean, we
I just
just.
basically share the channel nowadays. It's still
Yeah, we
his
do.
channel. He still has full control of his YouTube channel.
We
I'm
just
just
do.
a co. I'm just a co-partner. I'm just his partner.
We just
And
do.
my
And we
content
do.
actually helps his channel get more views. So my stuff, my content being uploaded to his channel actually helps his channel because it gives
Yeah.
his channel more views, and which gives him which gives us which actually, and he gets more people watching my content, and yeah, so he and I
It
both
gives him.
benefit from this partnership. Everybody,
It gives. It gives him. It keeps him relevant.
yeah, it keeps me relevant, and but again,
And
give this channel more views and more
and we
subscribers.
and we don't let the bad guys win.
No, yeah,
That's
and
right.
just because I don't have my YouTube channel anymore, that
Doesn't
doesn't
mean we
mean I'm
can't be.
fully that doesn't mean I'm 100% gone from YouTube. So
Nah, he's still here. He's just hanging
yeah,
around with me. That's all.
When that that rat kid J Dog Prime got my channel terminated, he thought that would be the end of me on YouTube. But guess what, J Dog Prime, you were wrong. I came
Yeah.
back with a vengeance, and I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, Samara, if
Yeah.
any of you encounter J Dog Prime, don't talk to him. He's just a brat punk kid. And in fact, I remember a lot of times he would say stuff to me like he was gonna do, like his uncle's a lawyer or something, and that he's gonna sue me. But guess what? That uncle that he was talking about, who was supposedly a lawyer, is dead. So
Oh
it's
my God.
dead. So he couldn't actually sue me if he wanted to. Yeah, he
Oh
was
my.
saying stuff like that. He was saying stuff like that back when he was impersonating me on YouTube in 2019. Yeah, can you believe it was that long ago, Ray, when J Dog Prime was doing that?
Yeah, I cannot believe it was that long
And
ago. I mean,
the fact that he
I
was
cannot
such a
believe it.
brat, the thing that he was such a brat to the point where he actually wanted revenge on me for because of me getting his channel terminated.
In
His
my
channel was deserved to be terminated because he was impersonating me, people, which is
in my
against
opinion,
which is a YouTube violation,
it's a
and
breach of
also
term of use laws.
yeah, he waits till 2022 to get revenge on me in the form of him adding a bunch of copyrighted Marvel Studios stuff to my channel to get my channel terminated on purpose.
Let me tell you, the Green Ranger logo I use is copyright, but I have permission to use it.
Randy actually met Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger himself from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and actually asked him if he could use the character as his profile picture. And guess what? Jason David Frank actually gave him full permission to do it on one condition, which was that he used it. He didn't use that, which was that Ray will never use it for to harm anyone or to do anything bad.
And I've tried not to do that.
And Ray has done and Ray has definitely kept his word, people. He has never used it for anything bad. And yes, so yeah, so yeah, so yeah, so yes, and I use, and even though my channel's logo shows a Red Hood helmet, that doesn't mean I'm breaking copyright laws by for using the Red Hood helmet as part of the logo, as part of my channel's logo, people, because it's just one of those cosplay helmets. And remember, everybody, the look of Jin Todd's helmet has changed over time. Like,
And what?
there have been many versions of it in the comics and also in video games. So, and for copyright purposes, I destroyed my channel's my company's name, RH Studios, which is short for Red Hood Studios. Yeah, right. By making it RH Studios, I'm not breaking any copyright laws because I'm not actually
Because
calling
he
it
didn't.
Red Hood
Because he
Studios.
didn't. Because he didn't use the full name, so he's not violating anything.
Yeah,
But
and the Red Hood is a
but by
really
using
popular
by using
Batman character.
Colin's face on those videos, he broke a ton of laws.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by using my face as his channel's profile picture.
One, he used the image without the owner's permission, violating the Free Use Act and term of service.
Yeah, and yeah, and
I
yeah,
mean,
you
I have
should never do that, people. You should never use someone's face as
or
a social
image
media profile picture without their permission. You should never do that because that's actually against the law.
for those of you who don't know. I have permission to use all four of Jason David Frank's Ranger forms as my logo. All four forms. So, you know what? I only use one because that's the one that's most familiar to me.
Yeah, and
And I
everybody.
and
Yeah,
I use it out of great respect for him.
Yeah, Jason David Frank was a great actor and martial arts, martial artist. He was,
He was
he was like,
he was
and
he was
he,
always talking to kids about, the he was always talking to kids about the fundamental principles of martial arts, which is never to harm people. It is to improve body, mind, and spirit.
yeah, and remember when Jason David Frank was cast as the Green Ranger in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TV series, he was already an expert at martial arts. So
I mean,
he, so a lot of times it was actually him doing his own stunts on screen. And for those of you who don't know, he actually starred as as that comic book character Bloodshot and a fan film.
yeah,
Yeah, and this was like a few years before Vin Diesel played the character in that Bloodshot movie.
yeah, but Jason David Frank and his brother did one final Power Rangers episode together before Jason Frank's brother died. You know, his brother Eric Frank, rest in peace. May the power protect you. Was a
I
great
was
actor
telling you,
too.
originally David Frank was originally done with Power Rangers uh, after Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and any other Power Rangers shows they did. In, in But because of his character Tommy Oliver being so popular, they end up bringing him back for in the early 2000s for the Power Rangers Dino Thunder,
And
where
not
he
to mention
reprised the
Power
role
Rangers.
of Tommy Oliver, but as a high school science teacher who
Not to
ends up trying
mention,
to train a new group of Power Rangers and becomes
and
a black and becomes a black Power Ranger.
and he's still the leader to this day.
And he and he's actually hailed as the best as the best Power Ranger in history because of how long he played the character for. And he he even returned as Tommy Oliver for some TV crossovers in the late 2000s too, for where they have team ups with multiple different groups of Power Rangers with different Power Ranger teams, like SPD,
Dino
like
Charge,
Power Rangers SPD, and
Dino
also
Charge,
yeah, um, and guess what? He and the actress who played Kimberly, the Pink Ranger in My Morning Power Rangers, he and her actually had a cameo the uh in the modern Power Rangers movie, which was a movie reboot of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But guess what? Their cameo was actually sadly removed from the final version of the movie.
yeah, it was removed because one, he never really wanted to do it, but because of his character's popularity, it brought more validity to the movie,
Yeah, but guess what? The movie ended up doing badly in theaters,
which wasn't his fault again.
which was not his fault. I mean, he literally didn't even want to be in the movie. He probably he probably just took the money that they paid him and ran. And it was probably the same thing with the actress who played the Pink Ranger when she did her part of the cameo.
I mean, it's not like they didn't do their best though. I mean,
Yeah,
they
their
did
cameo
show
was
up.
actually them actually seen was actually them in the background of a scene set in a coffee shop.
Yeah. So it's not like they did. It's not like they showed up and said, "Well, I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up and I'm going to literally just stand here for like a couple of minutes to make my money." I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't just stand around.
he didn't
He
want
talked to
anyone to see
people.
the movie because I bet he was probably tired of all the Power Ranger stuff at that point. So he played the
Yeah,
character
because
for so long.
one, I mean,
Because
because
obviously,
one,
when you're an actor and you've been known for playing this one character for such a long time, obviously you get tired of it.
I mean, he played Power Rangers for nearly 30 years, man. Come on. He was in Power Rangers for nearly 30 years, man. I mean, then his character became so famous, to the point where he would go outside to get the paper, and the children in his neighborhood would come up and get autographs from him.
Yeah, because when people think of Power Rangers, one thing they instantly think of is
The
Tommy
Green
Oliver, the
Ranger.
Green Ranger. And because he was that popular, I remember when I was a kid, I grew up watching reruns of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. In fact, I actually had a VHS. I actually had some episodes, including the episode that introduces Tommy Oliver, on VHS. On VHS.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Green with wasn't that Green with Evil? I think it was.
yeah. It was when he and
That was when.
for those who don't remember, Tommy Oliver. When Tommy Oliver was introduced, he was just like someone who had just moved to the
Angel
town
Grove.
of Ancient Grove, and and you know and but and becomes uh and actually ends up meeting the Pink Ranger Kimberly because he was going to the same high school as her and her friends who had to be the Power Rangers, and he sadly ended up being chosen by Rita Repulsa to be her evil Green Ranger. She puts him under a mind control spell that makes him serve her, and she has him defeat Power Rangers. He almost succeeds though, but they stop him, and he ends up joining the Power Rangers and becomes a Green Ranger. But sadly, his Green Ranger powers were only temporarily. Were only temporary. And for some reason, for the modern Power Rangers movie, uh, they chose to have Rita Repulsa be a former Power Ranger. Yeah, Randy, if you look at her, at her outfit in the movie,
Uh
you'll
huh.
notice that it looks an awful lot like like one of their Power Ranger suits,
Yeah, I noticed.
and it was actually confirmed that she was a once she was once a female Green Ranger.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, in the comic, she was the one who created the dragon shield and dagger as a
But
means to protect Rita. But
in
then,
my opinion, the fact that they chose to cast Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa for the movie I think that was not good casting, in my opinion.
Me myself, I would have gotten somebody like Elizabeth Olsen.
It's one question.
Yeah,
I could have.
yeah.
Shout out Donald Trump. Go vote for Donald Trump. What's my message to Donald Trump? Thank you, Trump. Thank you.
Yeah, and
Hold on.
they could have cast
Hold on.
someone who
I would have.
I remember walking in one time.
I mean, y'all can hate me.
like Tommy Oliver, Rita Repulsa. They could have gone someone, a better actress to play Rita Repulsa in a movie. I mean, someone who actually looks like her, who actually looks like the original actress from the original TV shows. But no, they chose to cast
Oh, you looking?
Elizabeth Banks.
Guys, last night was the
Yeah, everyone, but not everybody. I hope you're all enjoying October so far. I am. Other than discovering this imposter yesterday, but yeah.
Well, it's been Ricky together with Kyle, and it's time for Halloween.
It is.
In this new house. As you can see, we're currently on the ground floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because we haven't finished the setup.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah.
down there. This is what we have right now.
The temporary solution was to come down in the basement.
This is really creepy. You know, it sounds out everything behind us.
Yeah,
Actually,
There-
it's very
like, in my opinion, they could have casted someone
Yeah.
better to play Rita Repulsa instead of Elizabeth Banks, but no, they chose her.
I mean, I would have chosen someone like How about Michelle Yeoh?
Michelle Yeoh would have been a great choice. I mean, because he's actually of Asian descent, like the original.
And her voice is similar to the former actress.
Yeah, and also Michelle Yeoh is also really good at martial arts herself. Like, and remember she played, and she already played. Remember she played. She starred in the Mortal Kombat in like the in oh,
She played Queen Sindel in Mortal Kombat.
yeah, Mortal Kombat.
And she voiced Sindel in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the video game.
Yeah, so she would have been a great fit for Rita Repulsa, and I mean, and yeah, but no, they casted stuff. They casted Elizabeth Banks, and look what happened. The movie was terrible, and she went on to direct that terrible Charlie's Angels reboot movie, which starred Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do?
And the Charlie's Angels movie ended up being bad. But the messed up thing about that though is that even though it was bad, Elizabeth Banks doesn't regret making it. For some reason, she thinks that it was a big success for her. But sorry, Elizabeth Banks, but your Charlie's Angels movie was terrible. And when you compare it to the original, to the first two Charlie's Angels movies, the ones that starred Cameron Diaz and Drew Barrymore and Lucy Liu, those ones were better.
Yeah,
and like one criticism that Elizabeth Banks, Charlie's Angels movie got was that they got rid of all of the martial arts stuff, and we're just having the women use guns,
which they didn't do in that TV series.
In the TV series, they used guns and
they used martial arts.
Yeah, and it was the same in the first two Charlie's Angels movies. But anyway, as I said, don't forget to report that imposter, everybody.
Why would you impersonate somebody? I'll never know.
Yeah, it's bad. And yeah, why would you impersonate someone who doesn't even have a YouTube channel anymore?
I mean, you're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah. Be right back, everybody. I just had to put this in the sink. Sorry, I just had to put this in the sink real quick, everybody. And I also have to get my work clothes out of the dryer and put them away. My work shirts I always have to hang up in my closet because they 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 are wrinkle resistant. They can still get wrinkled. And at Costco, they want me and all other employees to look to have a specific look.
Hold on.
Like one of those flat foot bros. I fall and I can't get up. Hey, Can you give her a hug? Speaker? Oh, yeah. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I have to work tomorrow. Yeah. I only work Saturday, Sundays, and Mondays, but since I was out of town, but since I've been out of town for the last few days, I only have to work tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow, so I need to get my clothes, my work clothes put away. But anyway, before I forget, everybody, I remember that voice changer device that I showed you guys in the last time. Well, guess what? I have it working now. So watch. Hello. 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 Hello.
Justice for everyone.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Willing to display the courage,
Hello.
maximum
Hello.
for clients, and not afraid of going to trial and taking the risk. Because
Hello. Hello. Hello.
try cases,
Hello.
results for clients.
Hello. Hello. Hello, Cindy. Hello, Cindy.
Moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis? Talk to your doctor about number one prescribed Entyvio, offering 2 maintenance options, including the Entyvio pen. Infusion and serious allergic reactions can happen during or after treatment. Entyvio may increase risk of infection, which can be serious. TML, a rare, potentially fatal brain infection.
State by state, but family by family.
Yeah, I can't wait. I promise. What you have, don't have.
I understand why I'm always hungry when we do.
Right,
It's weird.
we need to keep the energy up. So if we eat, we don't have the energy.
No. All right, so if you want to check it out by yourself, reading through history channel.
Hello.
Description as well.
Hello.
The video.
Hello.
There to give them the support that they so much deserve.
Subscribe. Hello.
We have to do is hit the like, and if you do the channel.
Hello. 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 Hello.
We say
Hello.
Support's okay.
Hello.
Check the cat feed.
Hello. Hello.
Big shout out to
Hello. Hello.
PayPal, GoFundMe, super thanks, guys. Thank you. Make it a bit shorter because even though I like to hear my voice, maybe you do. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can get this working. Do this, and
Howdy.
hopefully it will work just that.
What's up?
Yeah.
Hey. What's going on?
Hey, Randy. Remember that
Yeah.
voice changer device I have that I told you about?
Thanksgiving celebrate.
Yeah.
I got working. I got it working.
Really?
Hello. Hello. Yeah, this is it, everybody. This is it, everybody. What's crazy is you wear it like you would a lavalier mic. For those of you who don't know what a lavalier mic is, a lavalier mic is a kind of microphone that actors wear underneath their clothes for TV shows.
Yeah, and it amplifies their voice so you can be heard.
Yeah.
It's something like our
Hello.
our handheld mics, but they're a lot stronger.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks about this voice changer device is that it starts making noises out of nowhere.
Noises out of nowhere.
But
Noises that could be heard for thousands of miles. I'm going to tell you.
like, hello, Cindy. Oh, it's hard being friends with you, Sydney. When you're friends with Sydney, you die. Well, these friends don't have to, Cindy. It's up to you.
Yep.
So, yep. Yeah. So.
God.
Hello. Hello. Yeah. See how it also picks up noises too. Yeah. But remember, like, it may be like the one like Ghostface's voice changer from the Scream movies, but like we said in Ray's last live stream, where Ghostface, the one that they use for Ghostface's voice changer in the Scream movies is just a fake voice changer that doesn't actually do anything. It's just a prop that they create for the movie because all it does is light up. It has two built-in blue LED lights on it, and when you turn it on, they light up. That's it. And they just have a voice actor out of the camera's view talking into a microphone and creating Ghostface's voice. Yeah, so basically, they have a voice actor in a booth talking into a microphone, and they basically just replace the Ghostface actor's voice with his.
I know, it's crazy.
And apparently this voice actor actually voiced characters in the show Pinky and the Brain, and has done voice work for other famous TV shows too, cartoons in the 90s as well. But the reason why he chooses to keep himself anonymous, so people don't know that he does the voice for Ghostface, is because he doesn't want to ruin people's childhoods. You know, he doesn't want to ruin their the nostalgia that is his voice that they've heard in so many classic cartoons. Yeah, so he keeps himself anonymous and just does the voice for Ghostface for the movies, and then goes on with his life like it's not a big deal.
Mm.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, Randy.
It's crazy.
Hello, Randy.
It's crazy. But hello, Colin. How are you?
I think it takes out your voice.
Hello, Colin. How are you?
It picked up your voice. It picked up.
What?
Yep, it picked up your voice, Randy. That's why you heard it. That's why it was. That's why you heard it just now when you were talking into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You find a lot of you can find a lot of these voice changers devices at Halloween stores like Halloween Spirits.
All I'm saying is certain things that people do is not okay. And the one thing that I don't appreciate is when people try to imitate us and do a poor job. Even when they do a good job, it's not good.
Yeah, anyway. You guys want to see me do the Ghostface voice with this? Let me just maybe adjust it. He'll, 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 see what I mean? Makes loud noises out of nowhere. He'll, hello, 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 Cindy. I'm tired of being present.
Hello.
You got a week like that to Cindy. It's okay. I'm not happy. You know what? I'm
Hello, Sydney. Hello, Sydney.
Sydney Quest guy. Hello, hello, Sydney. I'm tired of being friends with you, Sydney. When you're friends with Sydney, you die. But these guys don't have to sit. But
Hello.
that was my
Hello.
little audition for the voice of Ghostface. That's
Hello,
my little
Sydney.
Ghostface audition, people. Imagine though if I was cast as Ghostface for a new Scream movie. That would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would. Hello, Sydney. Hello.
I can actually do the Ghostface voice without the voice changer device, actually.
Hello, Colin. Hello.
What? Here's my here's the Ghostface voice without the voice changer device. Hello, Cindy. What's your favorite scary movie? Which is your scary? Pretty good, huh, Randy?
Yeah, pretty good.
Hello, Cindy. What's your favorite scary movie? I mean, I remember everybody. I'm an actor, so I could pull off playing a villain, a creepy character like Ghostface. Yeah, Ghostface
Well,
is definitely a great, iconic character.
I'm gonna tell you. Oh wow.
Hey, Randy. There's this channel I want to show you.
It's Andy with the full
Called the Merkins.
changes daily.
It's
So
a
should your channel.
and this channel specializes in horror themed song parodies, and you see this group of guys all dressed up as different horror movie characters, like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Michael Myers, and and Pinhead from Hellraiser and stuff like that. And they do full on awesome parodies of famous songs. And in fact, they even did one parody of Ice Ice Baby called Slice Slice Baby.
Slice, slice, baby.
I want to show it to you. I'm going to show that one to you. Yeah. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go for it. Go for it, Junior.
Yeah.
Yo, R.I.P. Let's kill it. One shot. Annihilate my yo. Mike is back with the same old. Grab a hold of you. Blow like a lantern, scaring you. Turn off the light. Light up the shape. It's ever nursing the chapel.
Slice, slice, baby.
Yes, that's Michael Myers with the Vanilla Ice hairdo.
That's wrong. That's so wrong.
Yeah.
The coked up psycho. I'm gonna stroll out.
Yeah. Let me see. Somebody left us a comment.
Continue to canine slay. The life is in need more shells. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm running the sex tape. Problem. You can't solve it. Check out the stain. Gonna need to resolve it.
Yeah, Randy done it. They'd have a ton a ton of them like this. There's even one of Michael Myers doing "Careless Whisper" by
Wham.
the guy from Ram, Wham. But guess what? It's it yeah, but it's called "Careless Sister."
Oh, dude, stop.
And there's even one of Pinhead doing a Pinhead from Hellraiser doing "Man in the Box" by I forget their name. You know that song "Man in the Box"?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that, but it's called and there's one of Jason Voorhees doing "Every Breath You Take" by Police, but it's called "Every Breath I Take."
Ooh.
And yeah, there's a couple of them. There's one of Freddy Krueger doing "Gangster's Paradise." I think it's called Slasher's Paradise. No, it's called Dreamer's Paradise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you some of them.
Oh, dude.
The problem. Can't solve it. Check out the stain, gonna need to resolve this.
I bet, Randy. I bet you thought you would never see. You thought you. I guess. I think you. I bet you thought you'd never see Michael Myers sporting the Vanilla Ice's hairdo.
Nah, this is kind of comical, man. I gotta. Big shout out to my friend Tara and to my friend Dee Live Studios. Hey, brother, keep it
Okay.
up.
This
And
next
Roxy,
one, everybody,
Foxy,
is
big shout out to you. Get well soon.
this next parody from the Merkins is "Every Breath I Take" by Jason Voorhees, but it's a parody of "Every Breath You Take" by the Police.
I hope they have permission to do this stuff.
Stay that in the basement. Put that in the basement.
Here we go. Actually, it's called "Every Life I Take." Not it's "Every Life I Take." What do you think of this one, Randy?
I think that is just, dude, that is so. I don't know what to say about that. Cause
Yeah, and they
that's
actually make him look like the Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th 3D. Yeah, that version. Which was the one where he first where he finally gets the his hockey mask. And yes, that's Jason Voorhees' mom playing the drums.
But
Yeah, but the corpse version from the end of Friday 13th 3D. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah, there she is again.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
I was watching this clip on Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Yeah.
If you was to choose a boat, would you choose a regular houseboat or a 40-foot cabin cruiser fully stocked?
That probably the second one.
I know you would. I mean, dude, come on. Who would? Shoot, man, let me tell you. Did you know Jenna Ortega was scared by Michael
What?
Keaton dressed up as Beetlejuice?
Yeah, I heard because it was her first time seeing him because she didn't see him before that They.
I mean, kind of.
Because they didn't even interact with each other yet until it was time to film their first few scenes together.
It kind of freaked her out. She said.
Yeah.
That would freak me out too. I mean, it would freak me out too if I saw something like that coming towards me.
Hey, look,
Oh no!
it's J Dog Prime's mom.
Don't talk about mom. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I couldn't help myself. Forget I said that.
Don't
It's
talk about.
Jason Voorhees' mother. Yep.
Yeah, we're not gonna do the mom
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that was just a
Yeah,
joke. Not gonna do that again, everybody.
let's Well,
Yeah.
if J Dog is listening, we apologize and we won't
Yeah.
do it again. We're sorry, man.
Yes.
We're really sorry. We won't do it again. Damn, Colin. Yeah. How was your
Oh,
day?
look, it's Chase on TV.
Oh God.
I couldn't help myself.
I know you can't help yourself sometimes.
Randy, isn't it crazy that one of the unmade Jason Voorhees movies that were sadly not made was actually going to have Michael Myers versus Jason,
Yeah, that was not cool.
and that
But then they had,
then there was one that
but,
was going to be Michael Myers versus Pinhead.
but then they got Jason versus Freddy, and that was cool too, because they were doing like wrestling
the problem
moves.
the problem with Freddy versus Jason though is that it was in production hell for years.
I know.
In fact, it was supposed to be when they were doing. It was supposed to be made in the '80s, released in the 1980s, but because of it being taking so long to get the right script for it, they end up making Jason Goes to Hell instead.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that was a good movie, dude.
Yeah.
I love the movie, seriously.
Yeah. I bet you probably thought you would never see Jason Voorhees singing a parody of "Every Breath You Take" by the Police. All right.
No, I never thought I'd see that. But I'm gonna tell you, big shout out, and I'm not gonna forget. Big shout out to Jules Music Lover 467. Big shout out to Jules, and big shout out to Snapdragon.
Anyway, yeah, this next one, Ray, is one that they did with Ghostface. It's a parody of that song "Call Me Maybe," but it's called "Call Me Sydney."
Oh God, no, you did.
Was on a mission to kill. Okay, see, I made you quit. I looked at you as a kid. Was like a kid. Girls, I got you like a fish.
Yeah, that's just so wrong.
I just got crazy.
Yeah, wrong.
After this, I'm going to show you one more after this one. But the one I'm going to show you after this one is that one I told you about. That is a parody. It's one that's it's another George Michael one that they did with Michael Myers. It's a parody of George Michael's song "Faith," but it's called Fate.
Oh gosh.
And it's another one they did with Michael Myers.
I'm just saying. Leaving.
Yeah. Before we continue this one, everybody, here's a little fun fact for you, everybody. The first Scream movie was actually loosely based on real events surrounding an actual serial killer.
Yeah, I remember that case.
Yeah, you see, but it was and just like in the movie, these events happened in a college town.
And he also called his victims like he did Sydney, like he just
Yeah, yeah, and but the only difference is the real guy didn't dress up in a costume like this, though.
Nah, he just popped up and did his
Yeah, and
thing.
yeah,
Wasn't he? Yeah, didn't he work? Didn't he work for the college? That's how he had their numbers.
yeah.
There you go.
And since
Hey,
he was the basis for the character Ghostface, they actually set up for him to actually go to the premiere of the first Scream movie before he was executed. Yeah, he was put on he was sentenced to death by electric chair for his crimes. People.
Yeah. So anybody who's thinking of repeating what this guy did, don't. Just don't. Anybody who's thinking of repeating what this guy just did, please don't. I'm telling you, don't. It's not a healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
Because this guy was a real sick person.
Yeah. He killed college girls in college who were just college students.
Yeah.
And a lot of you don't realize this, but a lot of the things that you see in slasher movies were all starred in a movie called Black Christmas, like the anonymous phone call, like the strange phone calls from a killer, and all that. That all started in the Christmas horror film Black Christmas.
Yeah.
But the director of Black Christmas actually insists that Black Christmas was not a slasher movie, even though it seemed like one. And guess what? The guy who directed Black Christmas also directed A Christmas Story.
Yep.
Yeah, so he directed a horror, a Christmas movie that was a straight up horror about a killer killing college sorority girls, to a family friendly Christmas movie that was based on a book series. The only thing that they changed about the Ghostface character that didn't actually happen with the real life Ghostface killer guy is him making him the main character's boyfriend who secretly killed the main character's mom because she slept with his dad. That didn't actually happen with the real guy. The real guy was just a sicko guy who was killing girls and who were in college. And here it is, the last one called Fate. And it's Michael Myers as George Michael. And here
Hey,
it is. Here's Michael Myers as George Michael.
no, he did. No, he did.
Yeah. Yes, they did.
They need to stop.
And yes, they did give the Michael Myers mask a 5 o'clock shadow for this video to make
That's
it
so
look even
cool.
more like George Michael's face. Because remember, George Michael had facial hair in the original music video.
Yeah, that's so wrong.
Fun fact, Randy, you know that there was an actual and alternate ending of the 1978 Halloween movie that no one has ever seen.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I
And
only
guess
saw
what?
one.
Guess what it
What?
shows?
What?
It shows Michael Myers actually getting up off the ground and actually
Walking away.
walking away.
Yeah, they showed something like that on documentary when they
Yeah, it was
showed.
and
They say the Michael Myers legend is based on real life.
yeah, some stuff. Yeah, some of it is that stuff about him having the blackest eyes and all that. That was actually taken. That was actually John Carter's idea. You see, when John Carter was in high school, he went on a field trip which was to a sanitarium, and he saw this 6-year-old kid who had this blank, emotionless look on his face, and apparently the kid's eyes were like black. And yeah.
I'm just talking.
But the crazy thing about the original Halloween movie from 1978, everybody, is the fact that what happens in the original movie is actually possible. That can actually happen in any small town in America. A crazy lunatic serial killer escaping from a mental hospital and going on a killing spree in a small town. That can happen in real life. Yeah. Have you ever thought about that, Rain? How that was like just very real, Rain?
Yeah, it was just too real for me.
Yeah. And you know what? You want to know how they came up with the name Michael Myers for the character? They this movie producer guy. John Carter knew this movie producer guy at the time, who happened to be named Michael Myers, and he was like really good friend of him, and like as a little tribute to this guy to this movie producer guy, John Carpenter decided to name the character Michael Myers after him. That's where the name Michael Myers came from.
No.
Yeah, remember everybody. The Michael Myers mask is just a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask that was bought from a local drugstore in California and like painted white. And all they did was paint it white, cut its eye holes so to make them wider, and tore the eyebrows off, and tore the sideburns off, and singed the hair, and singed the fake hair on it. And the original mask that they almost went with before they end up choosing the mask that they ended up using was actually a scary clown mask that they also bought from the drugstore.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, and the only other mask they considered that they almost decided to use, other than those two masks, was a Leonard Nimoy Spock mask that was also available to buy at the drugstore. I bet you probably didn't know that either, Ring.
Yeah, I was like, considering they didn't even. If you look on the back of the action figure, they didn't actually. When they show the Spock action figure, they always put monster on there instead of alien. And I really,
Yeah, and guess what? Yeah,
what?
and the mask and the reason why Michael Myers was wearing a different mask in Halloween 4 is because they couldn't find the original mask from the first two movies. It was missing. So they did the next best thing, which was they used a Michael Myers inspired Halloween mask. But then they messed up when it came to doing Halloween 5 because the guy who directed Halloween 5 decided to make Michael Myers look and seem more human by giving him a completely different mask that had slightly more natural human looking features on it. Yeah. And guess what? The original Michael Myers screen used Michael Myers mask from 1978 and 1981 still exists to this day, but I forget who owns it, but some guy owns it nowadays. And sadly, it aged horribly, everybody. It actually shrunk a little bit, and the white color on it faded to a light tan color because of all the dried sweat in it that was building up in it every time it was used on camera, and also because of the material it was made of. My Michael Myers mask that I have, that is basically like a full on like movie quality one, is made to look and be exactly like the screen used mask, so it's made of the same material.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
So what do you think of Michael Myers being dressed as George Michael?
That's a little weird, man. I gotta tell you, from a realistic standpoint, that's weird.
Yeah, but it's a parody, so
I
it works
know,
for
but
what it is supposed to be.
it's it's still kind of weird, man, a little bit.
I'll be right back there, but I have to go get something.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
I'm back here, but so I just had to check something. But yeah, so that was the Merkins YouTube channel, people. They specialize in horror themed mute song parodies, but with famous
You know, I
famous
was
horror
I was
movie
in a
characters.
I was in a convenience store like Target, and I kept hearing the theme song from Halloween, so I walked over an aisle, and this kid had it on his phone. I was like, "What the heck is that?" I was like, "I know you're not." He was like, "Oh, this is the song from Halloween." I was like, "Dude, don't be doing that this close to Halloween. What's wrong with you playing that? What's wrong with you?" Got the lady looking at me all strange because he's playing that ringtone. I was like, "Don't look at me. He's not my kid." Okay, please forget it. Yeah. Let me end this
Yeah,
because it's going on 3 hours.
yeah. Bye, everybody. But remember, all of you really need to click on
Report
the
that
link
channel.
and report the imposter.
Yes.
And this includes you, Franco McCoy, since you were fooled by him.
Yeah, you report that. Make sure you do. Report it, Franco, or I'll be seeing you in
Yeah,
your
report the
dreams.
imposter as soon
Yeah,
as possible. Do not hesitate. It's an imposter. It's not me. Report him.
that's right. It's not Colin. For those of you who are Colin's fans, it's not him. The content does belong to him. It was wrongfully appropriated, and this guy needs to be reported. Thank
Yeah,
you.
it was wrongfully taken
So
from me and used by an imposter who actually managed to fool some of you.
there's a difference. When I use his content, I have his permission.
Yeah.
I have texts to that effect, and this guy does not. So he is in fact a thief, and he needs to be reported, and his channel needs to be taken down. So if you do this for us. Not just for us, but for you. We don't want anybody else fooled by this guy.
Yeah, we don't want anyone else fooled by this imposter. People like this imposter don't deserve to be on YouTube or the internet at all because they think they can get away with stealing people's content and impersonating people. and they think that they're not going to get caught.
Well, I'm gonna tell
They
you.
don't, and they don't care
I'm gonna
about
tell you.
the.
I'm gonna tell you. He did get caught, and you know why he got caught? Because he used property that was not his.
Yeah, and he got caught because he didn't count on me stumbling onto his finding his channel.
Or me remembering when the videos were made.
And what's funny is I wasn't even trying to find his channel. I just stumbled upon it while looking at random YouTube channels, random YouTube videos last night. When I was still in Lake Chelan.
Someone actually told me about the channel this morning.
They told you about it this morning because they saw my comments in the comment section of two of the imposters' videos.
So when they told me about it, I looked for it. Only thing is, when I find the channel, yeah, I'm gonna make it public. You know that, right? I'm gonna make it public.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it public. When I find that channel, I'm gonna make it known that this guy is a thief and a pirate. He's pirated your content, and he does not have your permission to use it.
Yeah, people like this imposter don't deserve to even be on the internet or YouTube or because they think they can get away with stuff like this.
And you're not supposed to be doing stuff like this.
Yeah, it's a violation of YouTube's guidelines, and also big and it's also against the law too.
It's called what is it? Misappropriation of property.
Yeah.
And he also used your image without your permission, which is violation of the free use law. He does not have your permission to use your face in any which way or form. And he can't say he didn't use it because he has 30 followers. You know? But I'm gonna end this, fellas, and I'm gonna see ya when I see ya, or I'll probably see you in 2 weeks. Yeah, peace out, man.
I understand what you just said, but
Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody. But seriously, report the imposter's YouTube channel immediately.
Yep.
Peace,
Peace out,
everybody.
buddy. Peace.